And then after, we're going to go after Tank. I'm going to go beat his ass, and I promise you that. Let's go!
So Devin Haney exposes Ryan by calling him out, saying this clown uses other fighters to promote his fights, but fights nobody. Read in between the lines. Now, when it comes to Ryan Garcia is often calling out people that we know that he will never step in the ring with. It seems that as soon as he gets a fight that's of some worthy credit, something mysteriously happens to Ryan Garcia, and all of a sudden he can't make the fight, whether it's an injury, whether it's mental health, or whether it's anything going on, or the WBC is announcing a fight, then, you know, coming out and saying, well, no, that fight's not going to be made because of A, B, and C. And this goes on a lot with Ryan Garcia. Now, in the lightweight division, Ryan Garcia remains one of the most unaccomplished fighters in the division. While everybody else is pegged to take on competition and is moving on up and is trying to challenge themselves, Ryan Garcia is still playing Twitter boy. You know, he's still going around being a Captain Instagram man, you know, instead of taking on a good fight. Now, some people ask me, they're like, well, why does Ryan Garcia continue to call out people like Gervonta Tank Davis, him and Oscar De La Hoya, talking about that they want to make a fight, you know, and knowing that Ryan Garcia will never step up or rise to that occasion? Well, what happens if they miraculously just happen to take him up on his offer and try to make the fight? He's not going to do nothing but, you know, just run away. So it doesn't make no sense. I'm going to explain to you why that happens. Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya knows that that will never happen. So that's the reason why they keep on calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, because they know that no transaction or no business or whatever will ever be done between Golden Boy and when it comes to PBC promotions. The reason why you know this is because if you remember back in the day, Oscar De La Hoya got caught with a few media members in a so-called conspiracy to take Al Haymon out of the boxing game because they said that he was bad for boxing. You know, that's when the racist emails popped up and they was calling him the N-word and calling him the Black Hitler. Well, PBC and Al Haymon never forgot that. And it's funny how now they seem to want to do business with PBC, but PBC never forgot those racist emails and the plot against Al Haymon to take him out of the boxing game. Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya knows this. So they know that they can shout to the rooftops, but nothing will ever come of it because they're just not doing business with them based off that alone. So they can continuously call out Gervonta Tank Davis and trailer hits to his name and, you know, and try to hype themselves up off Gervonta Tank Davis because they know flat out Al Haymon PBC don't want to do business with him just off of the grounds of what they tried to do to his company and Al Haymon himself. So that's really why Ryan Garcia keeps calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, because number one, he knows it's going to get him notoriety. Number one, he knows it's going to get him attention. And he knows that no business deal will ever be struck between the two, simply because Oscar De La Hoya and those emails and the way he conducted business left a sour taste in Al Haymon PBC's mouth that they don't even want to do business with him. And it's funny to them how they're begging to do business with the same person that they tried to put out of business. Let me say that again. It's funny how they're begging to do business with the same person that they tried to put out of business, you know, and that's the irony of the whole story. And that's why Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya continues to talk stuff and continues to talk crap about, you know, they want to make the fight. Come on, meet us in the middle and all this other stuff, when you was trying to get this man totally taken out of the game and thought that he was completely bad for boxing. You know, and this is one of the issues that goes on in boxing. But once again, they'll tell you ain't no race in boxing. Please don't bring up race. Why are you talking about that? Can we just get back to boxing? This is part of boxing.
Last thing, I wouldn't call it desperation, more of ambition trying to make the fights. Even Ryan Garcia, he had that interaction with Leonard Levy. I'm sure you've seen the video. Sure. Ryan was very vocal. He wants to fight.
It's not desperate. It's not, no, let's make the fights happen. I mean, all, you know, fight. It's especially like the PBC stable. You know, they hide behind Al Haymon, and they all want to fight their own stable and not venture out and fight other champions. I mean, this fight with Jaime Munguia and Charlo, Tank and Ryan would be easy to make. I mean, let's meet right in the middle, and you know, you don't have to come running across the street. I don't have to go and cross the street. Let's meet right in the middle and make these fights happen, you know, 50-50 down the middle. I mean, this is, and get both TV partners involved. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually even better, more visibility, more pay-per-view, you know, it'll be a collaboration between two powerhouses. And it makes the fight that much bigger.
Yeah, a bit of lackluster performance from Ryan. Tank, on the other hand, he looks spectacular with that knockout, man. Sure. How is Ryan ready for Tank? I mean, that's kind of the question that the fans really have.
Well, you know, at this point, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter if he's ready or not, because Ryan wants Tank. And as his promoter, and you know, then I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get him that fight. You know, I mean, I'm doing exactly what fighters want. Whether he loses, whether he wins, that's up to him.
Tank looked good. Tank looked good. Tank looked good.
Tank looked great against a power puncher in Rollies, against a guy who was right there in front of him. He timed it perfectly. It was a great execution. I love Tank. I really do. His style is amazing.
And that's all I got for now. Like, comment, subscribe. Bruce Vane, I'm out.